I think for a lot of people who have watched movies like Saving Private Ryan or care about World War II, they think about Normandy and the U.S. troops scaling the mountains and then trying to make their way through the hedgerows of France. And when they think about Afghanistan, they think it's desert. How hard could it possibly be? That was kind of my feeling going in, which was purely ignorant. Kandahar is farmland. It's some of the richest farmland in Afghanistan. And what that means in practice is that you have irrigation channels that may be 4 or 5 feet across, 4 or 5 feet deep. You have grape trellises made of sort of ceramic. They're often 8 feet high and about 6 feet from one to the other. And because all the roads are thought to be booby-trapped, there are IEDs on the dirt paths, there are IEDs on the actual roads, there are IEDs on the highways. The U.S. troops move by foot, and they move through the farmland itself. And what that means is they have to move through groves of poppy trees. And if you think of like someone in Seattle growing a little bit of marijuana in his basement hydroponically, so you might have a little plant about this big. In Afghanistan, you've got poppy plants that are 9 feet high. And they're so thick that once you're in them, in these groves, you can't see anything to the front of you, anything to the right of you, to the left of you, behind you. So visibility is just non-existent. But that's how you have to move. And when you're moving through the fields, that means climbing up onto a grape trellis with a ladder. So you're standing 9 feet high. And then like in the video game Frogger, you're jumping from trellis to trellis. And you're moving for miles that way, which is both exhausting because it's hot and because you're wearing 40 or 50 pounds of body armor. And that's how these guys move every day for weeks and months at a time. So part of the reason why progress there is very slow is that the U.S. can't bring in ground vehicles. They can't drive from place to place and try to move faster as a result. Instead, they go by foot. And in particular, the base that I was in was called Mushan 6. The nearest base was called Mushan 1, which was 2 kilometers away, which is nothing distance-wise. But really, it was as if they were on different planets. There was no way to go by road at all. Not in an armored vehicle, not in a Humvee. So you could either walk there and risk being blown up by foot or fly there by helicopter. And so when you think about needing a helicopter to go 2 kilometers, it gives you a sense of just how bad the terrain is, and that in turn gives you a sense of why the campaign there is going as slowly as it's going.